Hello and welcome to another video here at AV Forums. This time we're taking a look at the latest version of LG's WebOS Smart TV platform. Now in all fairness, the 2015 version is pretty similar to the 2014 version, but given that that initial version was revolutionary, influential and highly successful, I guess the philosophy of it ain't broke, why break it does apply. However, there have been some small changes made, which I'll point out as we go along. So as before, to enter WebOS, the first thing you need to do is press the home button on the remote control. This brings up the launcher on the bottom here. It shows you the current input you're using, in this case HDMI 1. And over here you have two other options. One, to access inputs. You can then select the most recently used inputs, or you can go to all inputs. That shows you all the available inputs, and then you can customize them to your heart's desire, rename them, etc. The first change from last year applies here. This is used to access the settings menus. However, now when you press it, you get a series of options down the right hand side of the screen, basically shortcuts. So shortcuts to picture settings, sound settings. There's also an aspect ratio setting, sleep timer, parental lock. If you want to access the detailed menu settings, you press advanced, and that brings up all the current menus. The menu subheadings are pictures, sound, programs, network, general, safety, and accessibility. However, you can also access the shortcut menu by pressing the settings button on the remote control itself, and once again it brings it up down here along the right hand side of the screen. Back into WebOS, and as before, as with last year, the launcher along the bottom here. If you go to the left, you're going backwards in time and looking at things you've opened previously. At the home page again, and if you go to the right, you're going forward in time and looking at things that you want to open up. Here we have the most recently opened thing before the current thing you've got open. So prior to opening up the HDMI 1, we were looking at BCI player. The big thing about WebOS is that everything is treated as an app. So whether it's Netflix or Now TV, or even HDMI 1 or HDMI 2 or HDMI 3, they're all apps. And the idea is that you can just open one whilst in another. There's no need to go to a separate smart TV page. You just open the app you want to use. It basically makes a smart platform an integral part of the television's architecture. And I think that's what makes this so successful and why it's been so influential on other manufacturers. So as before, in terms of what available options you've got in terms of apps, you can add more apps, you can take apps away, you can move them around, you can basically customize it to your heart's content, but usually what you'll have here when you initially open the launcher are your most frequently used apps. So we've got Netflix, Now TV, Amazon Prime, BBC iPlayer, YouTube, Wacky TV, Live TV. Any one of these can be accessed immediately by just pressing the app button. You can then go straight from that to BBC iPlayer. It's fast, it's intuitive, and it's easy to use. And as I said before, the previous app is then available here. So if you wanted to go back to Netflix, you just press that. In terms of other available options, if we move forward in time, we can see them all. So moving back from the front here, we've got notifications. We've got the LG content store. So this is where you go if you want to add more apps or access premium content. So you can see that the apps and games are here. We go back to the main content page. You see you can access movie content, premium content, 3D content still. Going back to the launcher. We've also got camera. If you add on a camera, you have camera to access. You can edit photos in LG's photo editor. Screen share for Miracast and Wide-Eye. Scheduler for if you've got a hard drive attached and you want to use it to record programs from the TV guide. Smart Share, so basically when you've attached other devices, you can access photos, videos and music there. The device connector for setting up all the devices that are connected to the TV itself. Gives you a number of different options, and you can obviously rename and customize this. There's also a user guide, web browser, HDMI 1 and 2, and also HDMI 3 on this particular television, again treated as apps, so you can just access them immediately. And then you have the TV guide. Again, another app. You just access it when you want to choose something, or maybe you want to set something to be recorded, you've got a hard drive attached. It's all very simple and intuitive and easy to use. And that's basically it as far as WebOS goes. Essentially the same as last year, but as I said, last year was very successful. It's very simple to use, this platform. It's very intuitive. Everything's treated as an app, and if you want to access it, you just select the thing you want to look at. It really couldn't be much simpler, and that's probably why it's been quite influential this year on other manufacturers' smart TV platforms. If you want to read a review of WebOS 2.0, then you can go to avforums.com/reviews. You can also see more videos at avforums.com/videos. And why not follow us on Twitter? And like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching.